if you say you can, then don't let them say you can't. Shit ain't gonna be funny when you laughing to the bank. Hey, if you know you right, then don't let them say you ain't. Get where you going, gotta stand up in the...
Hey, what's happening, my people, man? It's your boy, Global Local Don. We back in here again with another episode. I let Real take over. Talk to him.
Hey, what's happening? What's happening? I go by the name of Global Local Real, man. We're in here, man. We got another 229 great, originated from Cordell, Georgia. He moved to Atlanta, played for Stevenson High School, Atlanta Metro, University of Arkansas alumni. I ain't gonna say too much. I'm gonna let him, get into it and tell y'all a few things about himself, man. Dontell Jefferson, what we got, Dontell? Talk to him.
What's going on, man? I want to appreciate y'all for having me.
Sure.
But yeah, man, like you said, man, born in Cordell, man, right off of 11th Street. Moved to Atlanta, I want to say in 94. Man, and I've been in Atlanta ever since, dog.
Okay.
So shout out to my mama, man. It was something that she kind of instilled in herself and kind of wanted better for herself, man. And she kind of was able to kind of put me in position to kind of move around, man. So it was all on her, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Real, you want to go ahead?
Yeah. So overall, so like you say, you left Cordell 94.
Yeah.
All right. So you went to Stevenson High School.
Yeah.
So let's start back from middle school. How was you with basketball from middle school?
Man, so what's interesting, I really didn't even take a liking to basketball like that till I moved to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was always playing football just because of my dad and my cousin and all them.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we moved up here, she couldn't find a rec to play football, and she kind of put me into basketball. And so from middle school, 7th, 8th grade, I was football and basketball, man.
Okay.
And then one day, man, I'm watching a NBA playoff game, dog. And when I seen the game, I was like, man, I want to play basketball in college.
For real.
And that shut me down for football, and that's kind of when I started taking basketball serious, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I was saying, in 9th grade, I've been doing my little research and stuff. So it was saying like 9th grade, like the coach wanted to cut you or something.
Yeah, you had to be a researcher. Okay, yeah. Man, this probably happened, I want to say, man, maybe like 10 years ago. I was talking to my high school coach, and he kind of came back and said, man, Coach Cersei wanted to cut you from the team.
For real.
And I was like, nah, I ain't know that. And in my opinion, I was like, man, I don't think I played well enough to make the team anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yeah. And he said, man, I had to like really go up to him and say, man, he said, that kid can play, and he can play pro one day.
For real.
And, man, I never played my freshman year at JV. I barely played, man. And then at the end of the season, coach brought me up to the varsity, and I was able to dress out and play like our last 2 games of our season. But that's kind of how that happened, man. And Coach Cersei, I'm still looking for you, man.
For real. so your freshman year, you end up getting some PT with varsity.
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's a lot, man, for all y'all young athletes. But you gotta, you know what I'm saying? That gotta be the ultimate goal to try to get on that varsity roster. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. So yeah. So let's go. Let's stay with the high school.
I want to ask you, like,
so
in 9th grade you played a little varsity. 10th grade you taking it, you made varsity.
Yeah, 10th grade, I ended up just working out in the summertime with the team, and I ended up starting my sophomore year.
Okay.
At the photo.
That hard.
Which was because we kind of guard heavy, but I started at the 4, but I was still skinny, frail. So I guarded guards on defense, but on offense I kind of played the post.
Yeah. And that could have been, well, in high school, if you got height and you can, get down there and do what you need to do at the 4, but you also got handles in the jump shot, that could be a real advantage.
Yeah, man, it was easier to take because I would have bigs guard me too. So it was kind of easy to take them off the dribble and get around and stuff like that. It just happened when I got switched. That kind of caused a little trouble. But for the most part, I held my own, though.
What's some of your strongest your best or toughest memories of high school basketball?
High school basketball?
Yeah.
Man, I would probably have to say, I don't know if y'all heard of Josh Pace that went to Griffin. They had Josh Pace, Adam Petway.
From Griffin, Georgia?
Yeah.
Okay.
That name Pace sound familiar.
Wayne Arnold that went to Berkmar. But I would say, like, them 2 games, probably, like, some of my best games. And then just competition-wise, going to get some of the dudes. I think Savannah, my senior year, had a really good team. We beat them in the Griffin tournament down there. So I would have to say, probably those three games. They kind of
Savannah and Griffin.
In Griffin, yeah. Yeah, Griffin. We were scheduled to play Griffin, and they they canceled it and switched us to Savannah.
Okay, bet. Y'all beat them.
Yeah.
How deep y'all went in the playoffs in your junior senior?
My junior senior year, like we was a talented team, but to me, we just didn't have guys that was bought into basketball like how I was.
Yeah.
So I think we lost to Tri-Cities every year, first round of playoff. Every year, man. Every year.
Were you recruited at all during high school?
Nah, man. I had one offer, man. And that was to Morris Brown. And I turned it down, and I had a JUCO offer, and I took my JUCO offer. I felt like if I can get a D1 offer from Morris Brown, I probably can get one from some of these other schools. I ain't know how I was gonna do it, but I just kind of took that leap of faith, man. My mom had remarried. I shouldn't say remarried. She had married a guy who his teammate played at a JUCO, and they kind of just broke JUCO down, and I had work. And man, I just
felt like it made sense for you.
Yeah. Yep.
I see now. You know, 'cause we were coming up, I guess people were kind of, I ain't gonna say afraid of going JUCO, but still kind of get afraid of getting lost in that JUCO circuit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, I think the eligibility requirements or criteria has changed to where you don't lose in a D1. You don't lose any years of D1 or something like that.
You don't lose your eligibility no more. Like you basically like you go to JUCO and still have 4 years of school left to play. And then just another thing, back then, man, I don't think we were educated enough. You know what I mean? Like if you ain't had nobody in your family that done been through that process, like you just wouldn't know. Cause my mama had no clue. Like she ain't had no clue, and I just happened to have a stepfather who had a teammate to go JUCO, and that's how I made my decision.
Yeah,
he was able to help you figure it out.
Yeah.
And even with the JUCO route, like you end up going to the NBA. We had another guest, John Harris, that he was just saying that he ended up going JUCO for a little bit, and then ended up going to Florida State or something like that.
State,
But anyway, you know, to the athletes out there, that JUCO route can be a nice transition to D1 if you're not quite ready, you know, for your D1 opportunity right out of high school. Because, you know, sometimes it take other people longer to develop.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, that, man, and then, man, you able to kind of just develop more, learn what it mean to actually be a college student. And, like, that's what I took from it, man. And it was, when I got to Arkansas, man, it was just, Arkansas practice was easy. Super easy. Super easy though.
Yeah. So how that transition work?
Man, for me,
you went to JUCO for how many years?
I did 2.
2 years.
I had to do 2 because I didn't pass my eligibility requirements out of high school. So I had like the GPA to need the lower score, but I couldn't. Man, I just couldn't pass that SAT. Man, I couldn't get that minimum score for my GPA. So I did 2, and then when I got to JUCO, I didn't know you needed to graduate. So I'm just taking classes thinking like, I'm going to just go play. I signed. Coach came back and said, man, you ain't on track to graduate. So I ended up having to take 16 hours in the summer to get to Arkansas.
To get there.
Hold on, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I went to college, graduated from Albany State University. Shout out to the mighty ASU Rams. But I said that to say this. Man, unless somebody went to college, they might not know how heavy of a load that is to take 16 credit hours in one semester.
Yeah, man.
That really almost that damn near impossible.
Yeah.
16 in the summer.
That show you wanted it though. You
in
determined.
the summer.
In the summer, man. And my mama said if you don't, cause for a minute, man, I wasn't even going to class in the summer. And she said if you don't find a way to get down there, like you won't be going to school nowhere.
Okay, so this in what 04, 05?
Or summer 04.
Okay.
Summer 04.
So
man.
when you was at Metro, you basically was in your backyard. Everything was straight for getting to school.
Yeah, cause they had us living in Castleberry, man. So my freshman year we stayed at Castleberry, like right behind Spelman, and then the next year we moved to East Lake. And so dudes on the team had cars and stuff like that. So
you were
cool getting
with
that.
the transition to get to Arkansas. I mean, I know that kind of deal was a little different.
You know what's crazy, man? My mama made me call my daddy and ask him to take me to Arkansas because she had my little sister and she couldn't do it. And me and my pops didn't really have a relationship like that.
For real.
And that was another instance where she was like, if you don't call him, you ain't going to school.
Yeah.
So I had to bite that bullet, man, and give him a call, and they kind of started our relationship to kind of transition to a better one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good.
So I want to get into that before we move forward. We always be talking about upbringing and how important parenthood is. So you saying you and your father didn't have a relationship like that, but I know your mom was holding stuff down. Are you able to see, like, as you grow up and you're a father now, do you feel like it's some things that you wish, like, you could have learned early on from your father, or that you just had to learn along in life?
Yeah. I don't know if I would wish I would have learned it early on, man, because I don't think the drive, the experiences I had, I would have had them had he been there. I think it would have been nice to have just kind of going through my own journey just with my daughter. But I don't know if I want to learn it early, man. Like, okay. I think him not being there kind of gave me a little chip on my shoulder. Yeah. And then it was another reason why I stopped playing football, because people know my dad was good in football, and I didn't want to be known as
feel like you taking
Marvin Carr, your son. So kind of wanted to do my own thing, man.
I got you, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so you get Arkansas, boom, you balling out there. Did you have intentions on entering the NBA draft? Like, how did you get from college to being a professional basketball player?
Man, that's a good question, dog. So honestly, man, I wasn't really balling, man. My junior year, I started maybe like 4 or 5 games. And then my senior year, I cracked the starting lineup, playing well, and then I want to say like right after Christmas, got benched. And so I might have finished. I left Arkansas averaging like 5 points, 4 assists, like 3 steals. So numbers wise,
your number wasn't there.
Wasn't there.
You still feel like you had the skill and talent. So
I
wanted to try out.
Nah, man, I wanted to play, man, and like I remember my coach meeting me during summer school and was like, man, if any NBA teams wanted you, like they would have called me, and they haven't yet. So he was trying to get me to go play in this, like, I think like the CBA team that they had coming there, and I wanted to go overseas. So my assistant coach kind of connected me with an agent, and we got on the phone, man, and he was just like, man, he said, man, I know I ain't never seen you in person, but from what I keep hearing, he was like, man, you're an NBA guard, and if you trust me, I can get you into the league. And, man, from there, he kind of got me into, at the time, the D League. And from there, man, it kind of just took off, man. And so everything that I was doing in JUCO, I was doing that in the D League, man. And it kind of just, I just kept with it, man. Yeah.
So around the time when you get to the D League, because like us, we came out of school 02. The D League. It had just been started. It just got started around
like a couple of years, by like 2000-ish, somewhere around there.
Yeah, just started.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So overall, before you, I'm gonna say right after you coming out of Arkansas, you ain't get your break with the Bobcats around 07?
09.
09. Okay.
Yep.
So you went to the CBA league.
So yeah, I did the D League in 06. Winter 06, I got drafted November 2006. I got drafted to the Dakota Wizards. Yeah. Won a championship my first year. The next year, I go to camp with the Clippers. I go to camp with Memphis. Yeah. I go back to Dakota. Then I play like 3/4 of the year. Take my first job overseas. Then that training camp, I go to the Clippers, and then from there I get traded to the Utah Flash, which is another D League team. Yeah. And then I want to say like March 2009 is when I got the call.
Got the call. Yeah. Okay. Happy. How you felt that day when you got that call?
Man, boy, I was crying, man.
For real.
I was crying, man. It was like I remember my roommate Carlos, man. He was a little bit older, and it was like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, man. I knock on his door. I'm waking him up, and man, I just had a burst of emotion because it's like everything that I had done to that point kind of just flashed back. You know what I mean? Like just from high school, JUCO, like all of that, man. It's a experience that you can't put into words.
Because one thing I know about you, you always put the work in though. Let's just say that, like, I know that, like, you always put the work in all the way back from, because when you was at Arkansas, man, your folks, we used to watch your games all the time. So you know what I'm saying? I can see, like, just being a basketball player, the development from when you got from Arkansas to you playing in the D League, all that stuff, all the way up to the Bobcats. So I think, you know, that's just something I know. Like you was well deserving of it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, dog. You did a damn good job, man. For real.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, when you finally get that you have any players that you maybe like at the time idolized or were looking forward to me or facing.
I did, man. Only at that time, only people I really liked was Darren Williams, and Gilbert Arenas, because I felt like we were similar size, and I just liked the way they played. Outside of that, like I didn't have nobody that I really idolized like that. I mean, Kobe, but I didn't meet Kobe until later on, man. After
Let's talk. How that experience? How did you and Kobe Bryant meet? And you got into Kobe Bryant stores. Rest in peace to the great.
I do, man. Yeah. So we initially met. It was a D-League game, and I'm working out before the game, and he walks in and he was like, oh, okay, I see you in here working. He was like, where everybody else at? I was like, they ain't came out yet. He kind of just shook his head and he was like, all right, stay with it.
Okay.
And then just as far as the game itself.
Hold on before you go too far. You think that was a moment of like kind of I guess what you'll call it dual mutual respect from Kobe, because you know he was kind of known for that,
right?
You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. Like I was caught off guard, honestly, because I didn't think he was gonna say anything. Knowing what I know now, I wish I would have had a conversation with him and asked him, you know, what things would you think to do to kind of get me in the league and how can I stay in the league? I think that was an opportunity for me that I kind of dropped the ball on.
Get some good sound advice.
Yeah.
But see, you know, work ethic and really just putting in that work behind closed door when nobody's looking.
Right.
A lot of time athletes, you know, we'll skip out on them moments. You know what I'm saying? But it's good that you were putting in that work, and then look how the universe manifested that moment for you. You know what I'm saying? One of the biggest. You know, he walk in and catch you. You know what I mean?
Man.
Doing what you was he walk in and catch you doing your work when nobody else really looking.
Right. Yeah, it was on a surreal moment, man.
Yeah. I saw you on the picture with you sticking Vin Carter. I saw that on there. Yeah. What that was like? You can get dunked on, little.
Nah, with that one, man, it was interesting, man, because I actually played a lot in that game.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was gonna take the matchup as serious as he did.
Yeah.
And but he kept putting me in a pick and roll, man, and my big we couldn't never get it right.
Yeah.
And he had turned his ankle, so when I seen it, I was like, oh yeah, I'm finna go at it, man.
Yeah.
So coach drew up some plays. Yeah, man. I think I beat him to the basket one time and missed the layup.
Yeah.
But it was cool, man. He did come up after me and he was like, man, he said, man, you keep working. He said, man, you're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
After the game. So I enjoyed that. Like that was the only person that I felt like took the matchup really serious. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you when you was at the Bobcats, was Jordan the owner at the time?
Yeah.
What was it like? What was that experience like meeting MJ?
Man, he was for the most part, like he was super cool, real chill. Like majority of the time when I seen him, you know, he sat at the end of the bench, very confident. Like I remember, this is about to go to my Kobe story. Actually, we was playing the Lakers at home, and for whatever reason, Kobe was having an off night, and he had missed like 3 or 4 in a row. They called timeout, and the way it was, our bench here, their goal here, Kobe kind of walked by the bench. And I'm sitting beside Mike, and he says to Kobe, he said, man, you having a rough night out there, ain't you?
For real.
He kind of just looked at the bench, shook his head. Man, they came out timeout. It like 9 straight.
For real.
9 straight, man.
But they say Kobe was like that
straight,
too, though.
Man. Yeah, it was like a switch, man. He just turned it on, man.
Yeah. Mike woke up that killer.
Yeah.
Man.
Made it bad for y'all.
Yeah,
Raymond Feldman sitting beside me. He said, man, why you had to say something to him?
Yeah, piss him off.
Look, he said, look, it's only one of me, young fella.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
He went poking at the bell.
Yeah, he said it's only one of me, young fella.
Yeah,
so
man.
Mike still had that competitive spirit.
Yeah, he still had it, man. He still had it.
Who was some notable players that was on your squad that the 08, 09
Back
season?
then,
I know Raymond Felton. You said him.
Raymond Felton, Gerald Wallace was there.
Okay. I remember
Nazi Muhammad was there. A little older Jawan Howard. Sean May was also there.
Yeah, my boy, North Carolina, though.
Yep. Boris Diaw. Sagana Job that was with Dallas, one that chilled with Dallas.
Yeah.
He was there.
I remember him.
What's the other guy name? Came from the Lakers. Vladi, like 6'10" shooter guy.
Yeah.
Romanovich, I think.
Okay.
He's a European guy.
You still contacting them? You still stay in contact with any other players you met along the way?
Some dudes from the D League, man. Not necessarily anybody from Charlotte. I think me and Sagana, we still connecting on Instagram, stuff like that. But everybody else, if I see them in person, we'll chop it up, whatever. But not, just like personal relationship like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know you left Cordell back in '94. Then you went on up to Atlanta. So you have friends that you had like from day ones that you still friends with today?
Man, the person that I speak to the most is probably Shannon Childs.
Mm-hmm.
Him. Yeah.
Shout out Shannon.
Shout out to my boy.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Charlotte, man, when I was there.
Okay.
And so my dad and his dad, I think, ended up playing together like in high school, and we reconnected.
Mm-hmm.
So him,
Mookie was cold too in his own right.
Yeah,
in his own day.
for sure.
Yeah.
him, and then golly, what's the other boy name? Suge.
Mm-hmm.
He was up there too, so we'd all would hang out, stuff like that.
Shout out to Johnson.
Yeah.
He's still up there. Yeah, man. Sugar, little brother about to get married when? Saturday, matter of fact. Yeah, I'm in the way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
That's our partner, man. Shout out to Skeeter. Shout out to Rain. Keon Johnson.
Congrats,
So
man.
random
for
period
real.
on that you and you coming up.
Yeah.
So after the Bobcats, you ended up going cross seas.
Yeah. I went back to the D League, man, and then I ended up having to have microfracture surgery.
For real.
Yeah. And I had it on both knees, which is like, if you think about like a pothole in the road, like I had that in my cartilage in my knees. So it took maybe like a year and a half to kind of get back right.
Right, yeah.
And then I did like the D League one more year just to get film and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And by that time, man, I had my daughter, so
Yeah.
I stopped chasing the dream and went back overseas.
Yeah. Do you think, just from a basketball, perspective, like with the D League and playing cross seas, which one of them you think, by you having experienced both, will prepare an upcoming player for the NBA?
Man, it's so much different now. So if I had to say, like right now, I would say the G League.
Okay.
Just because it's right here.
It's right.
You get all the scouts coming to the game. Like now it's it's on YouTube TV and all that stuff, man. Now you got a bunch of different coaches that's part of the organization too, so you can get extra work in.
And you can get how does the call up process work?
So back then it was so if you get a call up, so you got 1 10-day. And then you can get another 10-day. Okay. And then after those 20 days are up, the team either got to keep you for the rest of the year, or you kind of free to go sign with somebody else.
And the 10-day do come with, like, they do get some paper for the 10-day contract.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
I think now it's a little bit different just because they got, some players got two-way contracts and all that stuff. So you kind of
want to talk about that a little bit? Like, what is a two-way contract? Like, what's the difference between a regular contract and a two-way contract?
So when you speak of like a regular contract, that just means like if I sign like a 1-year guaranteed deal, then I'm with this NBA team for this particular year.
Duration, okay.
With a two-way deal, I'm guaranteed so many games on the NBA roster, and then I'm also guaranteed so many games on the G League team too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so it's kind of like you signing the both.
Yeah, so you either gonna play both, or you're going to have this one NBA contract and they can send you down if, something happens.
Okay.
Yeah. But you automatically, if you got a two-way, you're getting the bread and you automatically on the NBA roster while you're down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right, though.
Hey, would you suggest going overly, like, to players who may not go in the NBA, right? Would you suggest going cross seas to play ball for a living? Like, would you suggest going to do that to gain some financial freedom? It's the paper, you know what I mean? that well till you can go over here, stack up for a couple years, 3-4 years, then come back home and pursue your further endeavors?
I think so, man. Like depending on the league you go to, it can definitely kind of give you that security that you need. So if for instance somebody saying like, man, I want to go to XYZ for $3,000, but I got this over here that's a better league and I can go for $3,000. I would tell them to go to the country with a better league, just because that'll look better on your resume than this country over here, where people don't really take it as serious. Because I went to Canada before it like became popular, and people was like, man, like why you go to Canada and stuff like that. I was like, well, at the time it was new. I can get some film, but I think in the long run that kind of hurt me when it kind of came to my resume again. So yeah, man, like people kept questioning me about it.
Y'all get paid game for game? You mentioned number 3,000 out there. They're like per game?
Per month.
Oh, per month.
Per month.
Okay.
Yeah, it's per month. But man, overseas, like you can make some good money. Like now that I'm older,
$3,000 per month. That's all.
In certain leagues. Yeah, man. Like, but you can get some decent money. Like now that I'm worked in corporate in the school system before and all that, if you got $5,000 or more and you don't want to get a regular job, go play, man. Because you ain't, more than likely it's gonna be hard for you to get that $5,000, and basketball is all you know. You know what I mean? So go make that bread, man. $7,000-8,000 a month. Yeah.
I see you got other things going on. Your book that you wrote.
Yeah.
Right. So outside of basketball, what was your way out, like to still make money and provide for your daughter, still provide for your family when it came to a point that you weren't playing basketball anymore? Man,
what's crazy, that was all I knew. Honestly, man, that was all I knew at the time. And so when I wanted to write the book, because I wanted to do a camp, actually. I wanted to do the camp in Cordell. And I kept comparing how I wanted to do my camp to how my best friend was doing my camp, and I couldn't see it being successful as his, so I never did it. So I wanted to write a book to reach middle school athletes, high school athletes, just about my journey, and then how I can relate to them and what they're going through. So I kind of tried to transition into real estate for a minute, man, and then realized, got burned on that. So, man, it was all I knew, man. So at that time, I didn't have a plan, man. I think that was kind of one thing that I wish I had learned before.
That's something you would advise future players in the same situation, man, like, be working on your exit plan.
Figure it out early, man. Like I've kind of dabbled in rehabbing mobile homes now. So I think like that can be, just a low capital, don't take a lot of income. If you got 5 people that can bring $1,000 to the table, you can get you a mobile home, man, and fix it up, resell it, everybody make their money back, and then just continue the cycle, man. So the sooner you can figure out what it is, if basketball don't work, I think the easier that transition is, if you get the plan, how to kind of end at the end of the career.
Hey, I want to rewind back a little bit about your book, right? That's something that I think is very commendable. A young black man actually writing a book. I think that's something we need to get more into as a community, writing and reading. Yeah. You know what I mean? With the devices and technology, it just pulls us from going back to that reading and writing. Right. So, like, tell us about that process. How do you write a book?
Yeah.
Like, what you get a notepad and you start jotting down ideas, and like, how does that whole process move along?
For me, man, at the time I was going through a breakup, dog, honestly.
Okay.
And then so I'm on my phone, and you got your notes if you got an iPhone, and I'm just talking about, I want to talk about my childhood, and I want to talk about how I was going from Stevenson to JUCO. And man, I had a best friend that went to high school with me, man. He helped this guy write a book. And he was like, man, D, you should write a book. And I was like, man, I got an outline. And so instead of me actually just writing stuff out, he said, man, what we're going to do, we're going to have a conversation. We're going to take your outline. And from your outline, since I know you well enough, which you did, he kind of just put other bullet points. And we just had a conversation, and he recorded it. From there, I hired somebody on Fiverr, transcribed it to get it on paper. And then I sent it to a ghostwriter to kind of just put it in the story format. And then from there, I kind of just started editing it, making it sound how I wanted it to flow. And that was easier than me just sitting down
And
writing.
doing it.
Yeah.
So you reached out pretty much to a team. You outsourced
Outsourced
everybody
it,
for different aspects of the process.
Yep. Yeah. Them writing days, man. Unless you just like to write, man. We got all this stuff, man. To use, bro.
But still, that
it's
big
easy to
though,
jot
like,
it
cause it's
down.
like,
Yeah.
you know, like I said, we don't have coming from where we from,
Right.
Cordell, Georgia, right? How many people you know from Cordell ever wrote a book?
About 1 or 2.
How many you know?
Me, that's all I know.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. You know, that's just something big. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to talk about that process. You know, somebody else, you know, may have some ideas that they want to do the same thing. What's the name of your book, bro?
Man, it's How to Make It to the NBA. The 100% truth about coming from nowhere, having little to no scholarship, and still making it to the biggest stage in basketball.
Okay.
What can people go find your book?
You can find it on Amazon, and my website is makeittotheenba.com.
Okay.
Yep.
And this book was the I saw it was the bestseller. What 2018? What year was
Yeah,
it?
2018.
Okay.
Yep,
On Amazon.
On Amazon,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, on the way here, I actually, man, traffic. I looked at your website. I'm gonna go on there and order because just to let the people know, especially for any kids out there, man, y'all get into these books. You know, it could be some information that could really help you. The ebook is online for only $5.
Yeah.
So you can go in there and get it for $5. But also, I'm gonna go ahead and get the hard copy. The autograph hard copy. It has a couple of different versions.
Yeah.
I know you can get the hard copy with the autograph, and then another option was on there. I forgot what it was.
It was just a regular physical copy and then autograph copy. That's
Okay,
on there.
okay.
Yeah. You have to get that through the website though.
Yeah.
He was reading a book, Don. When I had sent you his IG, he was reading a book. What you was reading the same book that he was on? What the name of that book was? Can't think of it. I'm
finna give it to you.
Crazy,
Y'all
man.
just-
Man, y'all remember back in the day when they Pizza Hut used to do the reading book club?
Yeah, I remember that.
Man,
Yeah.
stuff like that, man. You don't know how truly stuff like that is missed till you get older, man.
Yeah, and know the importance of reading too.
Yeah, because that's something we've been getting away from. Hold on.
Yeah,
bro.
man.
I'm keep going.
So overall, give me one top play that you can say was one of your best plays in your career in high school. We're gonna go high school, college, pro, best play. I saw you dunking on Chalmers. Mario Chalmers, that was in college.
Oh yeah, that was in college.
Yeah.
So high school, man.
Walk her through it. What happened?
High school against Tri-Cities on senior night, man.
Okay.
I think we was down like 9 with like 3 minutes left.
Mom Duke's in there. Whole family in there. Okay.
Mom was there, and I didn't know at the time, but my junior college coach was in there too. I seen him on film.
Okay.
But man, I hit like 3 threes, like back to back to back, to send the game to overtime, man.
Up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that probably would be high school.
Okay.
College, man.
College, yeah. Y'all were going out. You and your boy Brewer.
Yeah, that my dog.
Yeah,
man.
y'all were going out.
That my
now,
dog.
I used to
man.
watch every game. That boy Red be like, "Hey boy, yeah, cuz don't come on tonight. We gonna watch the game. We might be doing some other thing we had no business doing, but we were checking them games out. Yeah, we were checking out. But yeah, you and Brewer, and there was another guy too, dog, that y'all had that was real good too. He was a big though. I think he might have been a big.
Probably you might at that time you might be talking about Darren Towns or Charles Thomas.
Yeah, it might have been Thomas. I know it was a big. Y'all had like 3 players that we used to always be like, no, like, you know what I'm saying? You, Brew, and the other guy. Y'all fire.
The book, Battle Cry. That's the name.
Yeah.
So that's something you currently reading right now.
Yeah, so I finished that one, and then that same author got another one. It's called like The Man the Moment Demands. So I've been into that one too.
Yeah. Okay. So Real had sent me your page. And then I was telling him that I actually had started reading that same book. I'm in the middle of it now. Battle Cry. It was a book that my wife, shout out to Tanya, my wife got for me. She just picked up along the way, and that's something I've been trying to get into, just read more. But what you think about it, man? You think it's some
man? I think it's some good stuff, man. Like knowing what I know now, I would encourage any young male to read that book. Mm-hmm. I think it has a lot to do with just breaking the stereotype of things that we as young boys was taught back then, and so I do believe it'll help a lot of us from doing and choosing choices that we might not have taken if we known otherwise, man.
Helping you to deal with and process the trauma differently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know you mentioned like you were going through a breakup, right? And then this was around the same time that you started writing a book.
Yep.
How do you deal with, bro, with like adversity with relationships? Not just your significant other, but like your friends, family, teammates, coaches. You know that had rough points. How you deal with altercations in relationships?
Now that I'm older, man, like I try to talk through them. Like I believe that, you know, if any conflict, there's like it always can be a resolution. So I believe if you got two people that can respect each other and have an adult conversation, it's easier to get through than it is, you know, if everybody letting their ego be involved. Man, I also did a lot of just life searching, man. Like I used to watch like Oprah life classes, dog. I used to watch Ilana Van Zant, and just being open to what I may not think is the right answer and just accepting that for what it is and moving on, man.
Who you think helped instill all this into you? Like as a young man?
Man, upbringing, man.
Combination of people?
Yeah, just upbringing, man. You know, the thing that we get most of the time is, you know, boys don't supposed to cry. You know what I mean? By reading, you know, Jason Wilson book, like you learn that, you know, crying releasing stress hormones. Like, and I'm what, 40?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just learned that. So I think it's just upbringing, you know, people you around. You know, if we all out and we 16, 17, like we don't want to look like the punk, and you know what I mean? Like all that stuff kind of just upbringing and, you know, your environment. So that's what I would say, man. But to your point, man, just the self-development, it was just more about being open, man. And that's kind of how that relationship with my father started changing too, man. Like I had a conversation with him about why he wasn't there. And his dad was around, you know what I mean? Like, you know, my grandmama, granddaddy was around. So I had to take his answer for what it was and then move on.
Did you get some clarity from that conversation?
Probably not what I wanted, man. All he could tell me was I didn't know how to be a father. And my response was like, man, like how not? Like your dad and your mama was in the crib with you.
Yeah.
But what can I really say? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but see that's one of them things where you have to really, like me, I just have to really look at it, you know, for what it is. Like my dad, he was the only child, you know what I'm saying, coming up. So he didn't do a great job, but I just really like, I can't feel a way about it. Yeah. But some people just being real, it don't be in them. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because it happens so fast to where you don't know, like, dang, man, I got a child, and you don't even know as a young man, you 17, 18, you don't know the responsibilities of this. You know what I'm saying? Then a lot of times you've been sheltered, they've been sheltered, and they, you know what I'm saying, they used to being so selfish and self-centered. So, you know what I'm saying? But I said that solely because I've had to forgive my father. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's all love, but I can just look back now when me and him talk, and you know he gave me clarity about the situation, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? So
did that help motivate you to want to be a better father with your daughter?
Man, I've been having that. I had that motivation before I even had my daughter, man. Honestly, like I had always said, like I didn't want to have a similar relationship with my child like my dad had with me. So it was kind of always there, man. Yeah.
Hey, so I want to. Could you talk about this on that we deal with you and your significant or your daughter's mother? Y'all together?
Nah.
All right. Do y'all have a decent relationship as far as raising your child? Are you able to spend a lot of time with her and pretty much be a significant figure in her life?
Yeah.
What you think the key is to that?
Man, so with me and her, man, like we was together in high school. So I think just by us just being together, like having that history, and then both of us just understanding that, like, yeah, we're not together, but that don't have nothing to do with, you know, our daughter. Like, why not be able to just be, you know, adults and just handle how, you know,
put the child first, do what's best for the child first.
Getting, you know, getting in arguments and, you know what I mean, being resentful, like that don't.
What's your thoughts on child support?
I think financial responsibility is needed. I don't agree with the court needing to be involved in that. I think two adults should be able to come together and figure out like what works best for them. But yeah, like to raise a child, yeah. I mean, it ain't free. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I don't believe in the government requiring, a person to, take care of their responsibilities.
How are you dealing with? You say your daughter is 13 now.
Yeah, she about to be 13.
It coming up to that time now where they start hitting puberty and things start changing and they start having different emotions and I don't know if you know this, but I got 4 daughters. You know what I'm saying? No boys, and I'm in the thick of it right now. So
yeah.
How do you plan on dealing with that?
Man,
Kevin Hart said, I wasn't ready.
I try to be a realist, man. Just understanding, what I was doing at 13, how young men act at 13, how young ladies may or have acted at 13. And just have real conversations with her, man. Like I try not to sugarcoat how I talk to her, because I want her to understand that, it's probably gonna be some dudes out here that's gonna talk to you like this or maybe worse. So I want you to hear it from me instead of trying to hear it from my dad and then come back and you feeling upset like, well, I done heard this before. My daddy done told me this, you know what I mean? So it don't feel foreign to her. So I just try to be a realist, man. Like my high school coach always told me, like, man, you're gonna be on the porch with a shotgun. Yeah. And I'm like, man, no, I ain't. Like, it's bound to happen, man. Like you just gotta try to prepare for it. Like, more than likely, hopefully she don't, but she's probably gonna get her heart broken. You know what I mean? Like all that stuff you can't avoid. You know what I mean? So
man, my daughter 17 years old, right? This just happened yesterday. In real life moment. She asked me about young guy she been talking to her age, and she asked me could she go see him.
Yeah.
My response was bleep bleep bleep. No. I still struggle with it, bro. But we sat down and we had a conversation. I had her call him on the phone, and then I had a conversation with both of them. I kind of let them know what my expectation was for him to treat my daughter,
right,
and my expectations of her of handling herself around him,
right.
And then my answer still was no. But I said that, hey, you could come over here.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But I just asked you that question, bro, because that's something I still struggle with. Like, I still, I got 16, 17, 18.
Oh, yeah, you really is in the,
you know what I'm saying?
So deep in the trenches.
Yeah, man. So I still be looking for advice, man.
Man, I think, man, it ain't, I don't think it's something that males is going to, like, we ain't going to never want our daughter to probably go to a dude house, man. I just don't think we would want it. I think eventually we'll let it happen. But I don't think we would.
We always gonna be want to do it.
Yeah,
it ain't gonna never change. Yeah, man. I want to get into you're a good motivational speaker. I seen you, what I'm saying, on several occasions speaking at these events. And I gotta, we always try to give people their flowers and just speak on the good things that people are doing. So I saw one time you couldn't make it to this event to speak to this class, and you end up doing a Zoom.
Yeah.
So you had on could have had a funeral or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But talk about that, like how you able to talk to the kids and reach back to the youth.
Yeah, man. It's something that man, I enjoy doing it just because I didn't have nobody to reach back when I was growing up. You know what I mean? Like, it was, you rarely seen people that was trying to give back. So at the time I was working at a high school in Little Rock, Arkansas, and I had committed to being a speaker in that particular classroom. Okay. And unfortunately I had a lady that worked for the Dakota Wizards. She had passed away, so I flew up there to go to the funeral. Okay. So I literally, man, after the funeral I kind of just sat out in the car and took the call on Zoom, man. So I just wanted to make sure that, since I gave my word, that I actually showed up how I could, man.
Bro.
And man, if you can, breathe life into one person, I feel like I've done my job, man.
Yeah,
so just being able to do that, give back much as I can, man. That's what it's about.
Yeah, you always been a man of character, dog. I always had number love for you, straight up. 'Cause I know you're a solid individual. So
appreciate it.
I heard you say that earlier. You had one of your partners that had started a youth camp.
Yeah.
And then you were kind of motivated by it, but it was something that you said that kind of bothered me, right? You said that you know, you didn't see your camp being able to grow as much as his.
Yep.
So you kind of deferred from it and wrote the book.
Yep.
But I see now you got your account going. Right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, you know, like doing that, you know, self-development process, man, like you find out that, you know, comparison is really like it can steal your joy, man.
It's comparison is the killer of confidence.
Yeah, man. And by me comparing it, like that's what made me not do it. And so I just feel like, man, like now I've actually tried to do it maybe 2 or 3 times, and just couldn't get the right person connected at the high school to push things through, honestly, down there. But yeah, man, I went back to Arkansas. A guy reached out to me, asked me, did I want to, you know, do my camp out there? And we kind of put it together, and I was able to kind of do it like 2 years in a row till I moved back to Atlanta like about a year ago.
Okay, word. Yeah, man, they go back to something my dog always say, man, you know, we have to be focused on running our own race.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the points also in the book, Battle Cry, you know, just like you said, not comparing yourself to others. And, you know, being able to lock in on your self-improvement. Right. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's just something I wanted to touch on. I had heard you say.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt,
man. So, yeah, you got anything you want to touch on, bro, before we get up out of here?
Man, I want to answer your question, man. I know you asked me about my moments in high school. So college, I would probably say, man, I had a few different moments, but I guess the biggest one that probably most people may or may not have seen was probably the dunk on Rudy Gay in Maui.
Yeah. Okay.
That one.
That was in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then in the NBA, probably my first 2 points, man. My first 2 was in Oklahoma City.
Okay.
So I would probably say, you know, all 3 of those, man. It's so many though, dog. Like it's a lot that I can kind of speak to, like from hitting a game winner for a Latvian championship overseas, man. It's a lot, dog. Yeah.
Okay.
That's good. Hey, winners in life don't always win. They just don't give up. That's something I pulled from your page. You want to elaborate on that? Like,
yeah, man. Cause you know, like I can go and, you know, win all these games in high school and college, and then get to another team where we don't win as much. That don't make me not a winner because my team isn't winning no more. But it's how you fight through that adversity of losing. How can you bring others with you to propel this particular team over where you guys do create a culture of winning? So just because you don't get that D1 offer or that D2 offer, whatever the case is, it don't mean that you're not great. It just means you got to pivot somewhere, adapt to what's going on, and then find a way to come out on the other side. So that's kind of where I was kind of going with that.
Yeah. I think that was a big gem, you know what I'm saying? Big diamond to take with you. Like, just because you aren't winning don't mean, or let me go back and see what it said. It said that, let me see, winners don't always win. They just don't give up. Yep. So as long as you're not giving up, you ain't losing.
You ain't losing, man. Yeah, you ain't losing. And at the same time, there's nothing wrong with stuff not working. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be plenty of times where you're going to try something. You're going to try, you can't get it. For example, me with the SAT, I took the SAT 3 times, and I missed the minimum score by like 10 points. I took the ACT once and missed it by 2.
For real.
And I was just like, man, I ain't taking this test no more, man. Yeah, like, I ain't, like, whatever.
About to word,
yeah, like, yeah, man. And I was like, dog. And I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I ain't taking it no more. I done took it 3 times. I can't pass it. Just have to figure something else out. Yeah. So that don't mean that, you know, I'm not great at what I do. It's just I can't pass this test. Yeah. Okay, now what's the next step?
You ain't give up. I just find another route.
Yeah. Find another route. Yeah. Then some people just don't mean that they dumb. It just mean that might be hard, you know, difficult.
Take tests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How often do you come back to Cordell?
Man, I don't come as often as I used to, man. Like, I want to say in high school, man, boy, you couldn't keep me from behind now.
Yeah.
You could, like now, like I come see my grandmama, my cousins and all them still, some of them still there. So it may be 2 or 3 times out of the year, dog, that I get down there. Yeah.
What's your feelings and thoughts on what you see in your duration now?
Man, I don't like what I see at all, man. Just from being a little boy, and then just over the years, like it's hard to get off that exit, man, and kind of just see how some of the houses and things that used to be, you know, well taken care of, like it's not no more. So it's hard to look at, man. Like it's really hard to look at getting off that exit and riding through town and going out there to West Town.
You've been in other places and traveling so many places around the world. Like, what advice would you give a young teenager, 13, 14 years old, you know, growing up in Cordell, you know, entering high school? What advice would you give them in order to be able to, you know, beat the odds, so to say?
Man, one, I think that's missing is respect. I don't think a lot of young people are respecting people that are older. I don't think they're respecting their parents like how we grew up respecting our parents or the older people in the community. So like that would be one, just having that foundation of respecting, you know, your elders and people before you. And then start to think for yourself. You know, don't let the internet, social media, like, you know, allow to think for you. Get a brain of your own and choose your own, you know, you know, whatever choices you may have, man. Don't be afraid of, you know, staying out of the crowd, like being able to go your own way and being able to stick with that and believe in your choices that you're making. And then get around people that want to do something positive. You know what I mean? Whether it's in the school building or whether it's in the community or, you know, just as small as helping the old lady open the door when she go in the grocery store. I think
your friends. Why?
Yeah, man. Like stuff like that is always important because it's easy to go down the wrong path when you got people that's not necessarily trying to do what you're trying to do. Like, and I won't say I lost a lot of friends in high school, but a lot of my friends wasn't playing basketball how I was. So like I literally,
the way.
I just, and I wasn't on purpose, but like, man, like I can't hang with y'all
because y'all grew apart.
Yeah, like I'm playing basketball for real. Like y'all just hooping. So I need to go over here where they actually training at. And I mean, I kick with y'all maybe tonight or something, but so I think it's that, man. Respecting, you know, the elderly, people that surround your community, getting around the right people. And trying to do something positive, man. Just stay around people trying to do something positive.
Bro, what you think we can do to change the scenery in Cordell? Just the whole aspect. You know, it's a crime-riddled community. You know, it's small, but it's very violent. You know, our education system is not the best.
Right.
This one reason why we started this platform, why we started this podcast, to be able to bridge the gap. Right. You know, between our troubled youth and the strongest leaders in our community. So, you know, with you being on the outside looking in, what advice would you just give to the people in the community there? You know, just small things we make it do on a daily basis that you see going on in other places.
Yeah, man. From what I've seen, and kind of just heard, I do believe it kind of starts in the home. I think if you know. People get back to demanding that respect in the house of their kids when they leave the house. Like obviously you can hear me, I'm talking about respect. Like that's super big for me. Like that part. And then, man, I think possibly more community events. Like I know they redid the recreation center for that. Didn't they rebuild it or something like that, or establish a new one?
Yeah, they did. That was a couple years ago. Yeah. But
and I know it's hard with, you know, some kids don't really want to come. But just trying to do different community events to kind of show people coming together and respecting, you know, what people bring in, man. I think that's kind of like the biggest thing. Like I said, man, like I still would love to do my camp down there. So if any of the coaches or the AD down there is watching, man, like y'all might have spoken to me before. Like now y'all can see my face.
Yeah, we might
definitely trying to still want to do that.
Not to cut y'all off, saying we might can help out with that.
But yeah, man, I think it's definitely gonna be a community effort. And then you also got to just have people wanting to buy in to change that too. You know, I think that's got to be relevant too, like having people that want to be in the community and help change, improve, and see improve. And before we get too deep, because there's something else I want to cover, bro.
back when you touched on your real estate, and then you said something that caught my ear. You said if 5 people put in X amount of dollars, you can purchase your mobile home,
Right.
and then start to generate some income from that.
Yeah.
So that mentality, collaboration over competition, or being able to develop business partners.
Right.
You have friends around you like that?
Yeah, man. So my closest friends are Ronnie,
Okay.
and then my guy Vincent, and so we was all roommates. And Vincent actually jumped into the mobile home investing maybe like 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me about it, man, and I didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe like a couple years later, he brought a deal to me, and I jumped on it, man. And man, you talking about the easiest money I made in my life? You know what I mean? Off of $2,000. Well, off $1,000. Like we literally bought a mobile home for $2,000 and sold it for like 13.
Oh yeah, it's a good flip.
You know what I mean? So it's and if it's not competition, it's just about, man, like how can we do this to make money?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, if we doing this, we can help somebody else afford a house, move into a home, man. So,
And for the youngsters out there, because a lot of times we think real estate or making money out of real estate, you think a lot of money, you think of something big, you think of something hard. But if you 16, 17, 18, you probably done touched $1,000 already.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And this could be an endeavor that you looking at, some things you could looking at doing at a very young age. You know what I mean? So we want to be able to omit those type of frequencies to our youth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey man, I took $1,000 and made we took $2,000 and made 13,000.
Yeah.
And I see
but
it.
also you surrounded yourself with people who were doing those type of things. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and there's a lot of mobile homes, like, still down there in Cordell, man. Like, I see them all the time, man. Like,
Oh yeah, it is.
y'all know out there in West Town, Turton used to, he had a lot of those shotgun homes.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I had said maybe like 10 years ago, it was like 3 of them. I had said I wanted to buy all 3, fix them up, gut them out, put somebody in them. And then I remember going to my grandma's house, like a couple years later, somebody had bought all of them. And now they got people in them, man. So
They
the
still look
opportunity
the
is
same
there.
too.
Yep.
Yeah.
They still look the same.
Yep.
Yeah,
They just put some paint on there and a new roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stayed out there in 98.
For real?
It still look the same. Yeah, it still look the same, bro.
Yeah, man. So yeah, before we get out of here, Dontell, we always do the random Q&As, man. I wanted to ask you, a few little questions, see what you think. Before we get into the Q&A, let me back up. I want to ask you, give me your top 5 all-time college basketball players. We always talk about NBA, but your all-time 5.
All-time 5,
Yeah,
college.
college.
When I was watching AI, for whatever reason, man, I used to love watching Will Solomon that played at Clemson.
Okay, yeah, Will Solomon.
Let's see. Boy. Man, I got to go Joe Johnson.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all remember Cameron
team?
Dollar.
The name sound familiar.
He went to UCLA.
Went to UCLA. Okay, what team Joe Johnson played for in college?
Went to Arkansas.
Went to Arkansas. Okay,
Yep.
okay.
My last one, Melo.
Melo. Okay. And you said
Melo.
you said Cameron Dollar?
Cameron Dollar. Yeah.
Okay.
He
Played for UCLA.
he from here. But he went to UCLA. He might have been on like that national championship run they had with the O'Bannon brothers, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I remember the O'Bannon brother.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into it. Bigger dance song, Young Jock or Laffy Taffy? Because I know you're Atlanta, so these gonna be AT aliens questions.
Laffy Taffy.
Okay. All right. Who had a bigger introduction into the music game, Rich Homie or Future?
With social media, dang. I'm gonna go Future, man.
All right. Better time to be in Atlanta. When Mike Vick was there, Jamal Anderson. That was kind of Jamal Anderson, kind of before our time.
He
a little
before
bit.
us.
Yeah, that was before
Yeah,
us.
so man, I'm gonna say Jamal Anderson because that was before Atlantic Station.
Yeah.
And if you was around here before Atlantic Station and all that stuff changed, like when they had so everything changed when they had the NBA All-Star here.
Okay.
NBA All-Star, oh Lord, bro.
Oh, yeah.
All-Star Weekend in 04, man.
Yeah, it was a time to be
Man,
alive. wasn't it?
yeah, that's when you could ride down Peachtree and it was just bumper to bumper traffic.
Yeah.
Different.
Part
Right
on the
then.
street.
Yeah.
Different. Yeah. One more basketball. I just tried to switch it up because we've been on this Kyrie and Steph thing for a minute, so I wanted to switch it up. Which a better player? Which player would you pick? Garnett or Dirk Nowitzki?
KG.
KG.
Okay.
I like KG though.
Okay,
I got a couple
yeah.
for you. KG was in mine too, but
Yeah.
who you'll take, KG or Charles Barkley?
I'm a big guard, man. So KG.
KG.
Yeah, you gotta give me the size.
Who you going, Allen Iverson or Kyrie Irving?
God damn.
It's tough, bro. It's tough.
Kyrie.
Kyrie over AI?
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big guard, man. I like big guards.
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah, I
like big guards.
Yeah.
Shaq or Nikola Jokic?
Shaq.
For sure.
Shaq.
I was gonna be mad at you then.
You gonna-
I be trying to tell
Yeah,
people, bro,
Shaq.
ain't nobody more dominant came through
Yeah.
that game than Shaquille O'Neal, bro.
Like, folk getting out the way for him, man.
Come on, man. He gonna get you out the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they getting out the way for him.
Yeah,
All right,
man.
all right.
All right,
Well, yeah, man. Anything you want to cover before we get up out of here? Is anything you want to say to the people? Run down where we can get your book at again.
Yeah. Man, appreciate y'all for having me on here.
Yes, sir.
I definitely appreciate this. What
Yes,
y'all
sir.
doing, I think is definitely needed. Like I remember seeing when y'all first started that, man. And I applaud y'all for doing this, man. I think it's definitely needed, especially down there in the community, stuff like that.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
But you can definitely find the book, How to Make It to the NBA. And make it to the NBA.com. The ebook is only $5. So if you want to just grab an ebook, it's still summer, so if your kids need something to read, you can download the book. Plenty of gems in there from fighting through adversity, being able to forgive people that's in your family. You got some middle school or high school athletes, how to make that transition from high school to college. And if you're fortunate to play professionally, I got some stuff in there dealing with agents and how to find the right agents for you too, man. So stuff in there for everybody.
What's your Instagram?
Dontell Jefferson, DONTELLJEFFERSON.
All right.
So,
man.
man, hey, well-rounded individual, man. Straight
Yes,
up,
sir.
man. A lot of folks don't
Appreciate y'all, man.
know Dontell from
Appreciate
Cordell,
y'all.
but hey, man,
Yes,
he
sir.
he
Appreciate
from the crib too, man. We got
Yes,
a lot
sir.
of legends down
Yes,
there.
sir, man. We appreciate you
Yeah,
coming in
man.
here, taking time to sit down and talk with us today, bro. We hope that, the youth out there watching this, even the parents out here, we hope there's some gems in here that you could take and show your kids, to pick up on, just to help improve their life, helping them make better decisions.
Yeah.
That's really our whole goal here, is to be able to help our youth make better decisions. So we appreciate you for coming out, sitting down, giving us some game, bro.
No problem,
Giving us some
man.
game.
No problem, man. One last thing, man, I want to say. I do want to shout out to Jeff, man. Jeff was my barber in Cordell when I was a kid, man.
Okay.
He
Jeff and Sean.
He used to have my Arkansas stuff posted up in his shop all the time.
Okay,
so
then.
definitely want to salute to him, man. Like a lot of kids I've seen remember me from being a dude in the shop on the poster, man.
Okay,
So
word.
definitely want to shout out
word.
Jeff for that, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, that's the epitome of what we call global locals. You know what I mean? He took a local guy and let the world know this something
Yeah.
big. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's our whole moniker. That's what we, try to let them know,
Yeah.
man. We doing big things in Cordell. We got some big people.
Yeah.
We just have to let the world know
Yeah.
that we
Yeah,
got some
for
big
sure,
people
man.
in Cordell, from Cordell,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But other than that,
You
You know,
already we good.
how we end it, how we get out of here, man. Hey, to our youth out there, anything that you working on, stay on your grind, man. Stay motivated. Stay with a positive mind frame and positive attitude, cause you need to always know that you could be local today
and global tomorrow.
and we gone.
So.
If you say you can, then don't let them say you can't. Shit ain't gonna be